Okay, hi, welcome back. This is another hoof trimming one this time. So this is the first trim we're going to do on the old mate here.
Have you forgotten his name?
I've forgotten his name.
Hmm.
Tig. There we go. Sorry, getting old, that's the problem. Claire's doing the recording, and then what I've got is I've got friends come to help me who we ride with every week. Her name's Tessa, really cool person. So let's get on. So once again we're going to start with the left front. Or what's that called in horse terms, Claire?
Near four.
Near four, there we go.
Obviously.
Okay, so for barefoot trimming, as the owner, which what we are, it's our job to make sure the horse is ready. So what we've done as the owner, we've gone through, we've picked up his feet, we've picked them out, we've played with them, we've got them used to them being handled. So when the farrier or the barefoot trimmer comes in, they don't have to go through the education process with them. What we've got, Tessa is here to help us today, because if something goes wrong, Tessa's going to keep me safe. So the idea is, if he starts mucking around on the pedestal when we're doing his feet, I'll tolerate it for 3 times, and then after that Tessa's going to drive him back. If it gets really bad, she'll drive him back, and then she'll yield his hindquarters, bring him back in, and then put his foot back on the carousel, and then we'll start again. What Tessa will also be doing while we're doing this is she'll be watching his ears. The ears are basically telling you what the horse is thinking. So if his ears are straight ahead, he's focused on something else. At that stage, Tessa will say, stop. What I'm wanting is the ears back, looking at me, pivoting forward. They can go back, swing forwards, or the other way around. That's fine, we can tolerate that. If they go flat to his head, then I know there's something really bad about to happen, and I'm going to get kicked. So I'm not expecting that to happen, but that's what Tessa's going to be monitoring. And also what Tessa's going to be doing is she will be making sure that his head stays slightly bent in. So if I'm on this side, his head will be kept like that, just a slight bend on it. So if he does decide to do something, the direction of travel for him will be that way with his rear end. Okay, and then you'll also notice here already Tessa's got no pressure on the lead rope, so it's all sitting loose, so he's not feeling constrained or anything like that. Right. Now, off we go. Okay, so this is the first time I've done his feet, so let's see what we've got underneath here. Oh, clippers. Always forget something. The famous clippers. We're going to need those today for the first trim. Okay. Good boy. So I'm telling him I'm coming in, and we pick it up. Good boy. And we pick it out. Now you can see here the collateral groove is like nothing. I mean, it's like 5-10 millimeters. So clean that out. So far he's looking pretty happy about life.
That means his sole is very thin.
It means his sole's very thin, but if you listen to that, his sole's very hard. Now what we typically do for the first trim is we'll get in here and we'll scrape away with the loose sole. But as you can see, there is none. So that's good. Rightio. Good boy. Good. Yep. So we'll start from the front. And we'll work our way back. Oh. As if the trousers fitting better. Okay. Right here. So there's a little bit of resistance going on at the moment. Not enough to just watch him sniffing me, Tessa.
Yeah.
Just pull his head a wee bit away. Okay, so now he's getting a little bit like, I don't really want to do this. And I'm saying, yes we are. So I'm not trying to creep too much at the moment. So just going through and just chopping this. Man, listen how hard those hooves are. Good boy. Now he's leaning on me a wee bit now, so he's just trying to just say, I don't really like you doing this and I don't feel too comfortable. But he's not really showing a lot of resistance. Good boy. So he's putting a little bit of pressure onto me at the moment. I'm not going to let him go when he's doing that, because that's just going to encourage him to try doing it. And we'll just wait for him to relax, and then I'll let his foot go. Give him a break. He did well. That was very good. And then what I'm just going to do, I come back in again. And I'm just going to pick the foot up, put him back into this position. So that he's... this is not really trimming, I'm just going through saying this is a good place to finish that, so we'll do that. And then we'll now bring his hoof forward. Good boy. So what I'm just trying to do is I want that back opposite leg to go back a bit for him to balance himself up. Now he's just putting weight on this leg so I can't pick it up, and I'm just leaning into him. Okay, Tessa, can you just stand over there? Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Good boy. Good boy. So he's testing me at the moment to see if he can get his foot back off the stand. I've got my knees tucked in behind, and I'm holding it the hoof down with my other hand. So he's feeling the pressure. He will test it to see if he can get away with it. Good boy. Start doing a roll. Now, who's telling you a story about the horse? In New Zealand, and I'm sure other places like the UK, they have a thing called the canary in the coal mine. And what miners used to do, they used to take canaries down with them to monitor gas levels. If the canary died, then everyone had to get out. The hoof is the canary for the horse. So what we're looking at is we're looking at the ridge lines. This ridge line here, I am picking, is about the time he was sold, or sold to the for the meat guy. That's when his hoof stopped being trimmed. Up until that point, they've been reasonably okay. Okay, you did well, mate. What happened there? She, boy, you talk a lot. Good boy. I'm just going to take it back and just weight onto me. And now we're just going to just clean it up. And then I'm going to check his balance. And that is our first trim. Well done, mate. No problem. So when he walks back like that, if you can just bring him forward a couple of steps. So what he does is he will, if he's not comfortable with stuff, he retreats. Mm-hmm. So this is default get out of jail position. It's not been a bit boring for you so far. I was sort of keep thinking we get some cowboy stuff going. Okay, now,
There's still time.
there's still time. We can still hope. Now this hoof here, I've already had to trim. We had a storm came through about 3-4 days ago, massive thunderstorm, and what's happened is somehow his shell on his hoof's cracked. So I got Claire out in her PJs and her safety boots, New Zealand safety boots, and we did a quick trim. So this one's already been done. It's very rough, but it's been done. Okay, so tell them we're coming in and we'll wait for the droppers. Press your feet down. Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty. I've just got to do a little bit of cleaning up here, but this one's largely done. So all I'm going to do with this is check its balance, because I didn't do that, and it's a little bit high on that side, so we'll just fix that problem. Okay, and then what we're going to do is basically I'm just going to get rid of this crack here, which is all sort of part of the damage. That's where it cracked through here. So other than that, it's looking pretty good. But once again, the collateral groove is quite low.
It's so flat. It's like a
pan.
a hoof that's just melted.
Now, what actually happens with the hoof over time is that the sole of the hoof actually grows. The sole of the hoof grows in the same reflection as the coffin bone. And then what actually happens is over time the coffin bone will retreat up into the hoof and the coronet will come down. So then your hoof starts looking a lot more compressed and quite sweet. Not that you haven't got sweet hooves now. Okay, so let's just throw this one forward, and I just want to take that little piece there off. Good boy, doing well. That's hard work being the camera person.
It really is.
Gee, considering this was done at night, it's not too bad. You're doing well, mate. He's such a cool little horse. Okay, that's it. He did well. If you can keep his head tipped this way, that'd be perfect. Okay. And all we're just going to do is just going to clean up this little edge here. And that one here. Yep. Good boy. Okay. Mate. Now, this is why you wear steel cat boots. Come on, we're almost there. Good boy. Okay, that's that one done. Okay, now, as the woman said to me and taught me to do barefoot trimming, the left rear is the most dangerous. And one of our dogs has already been kicked twice by him. So over the last few days, I've been working pretty damn hard on getting this working. So let's see where we end up. You ready, Tessa?
Mm-hmm.
You going to save me?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I have full faith in you. Famous last words. Rightio, so here we go. So once again, I'm going to start off from the halfway line. I'm now going to step into the danger zone, so now I'm in potentially that he can kick me. If he tries to kick me from here, the reasonable probability he's going to miss, and there's no power in his leg. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start underneath of him, I'm going to come down, I'm going to pick the leg up, and then I'm going to make sure I get this leg into place, which is going to stop him from doing anything. So I'm going to wait for him, so he's resisting me, he's going, I don't want to do this, and all I'm going to do is hold him until he decides that he'll give me his leg. And now he's giving it to me now, and thank you. I'll get the thing. Boy. So once he doesn't like this, so he's going to come through. Let's come back to my same position again. I've got him trapped with my knees. You just be careful where you are, Claire.
Yep.
Then we go straight back. Good boy. We're also watching for swishing of the tail. There's another sign, which is what he's doing. So he's not overly happy. I have a donkey that I do, and that's his tail to come that he's going to give me a kick. And he's going to try to kick out. Good boy. Start bringing me back. You know, one of the guys who I have read a lot of stuff on, Pete Remy, who I would believe is one of the top hoof trimmers in the world, and he's one of the guys, along with Peter Jackson, who started off this movement that we're currently in. He does all his trimming from above. Well, I'm not that good, so for Tessa, he does it again, we're going to yield his hindquarters because we're giving him enough of a chance to, and go. Okay, back into the stand. And it's really crucial that you go straight back to the position you're in before it happened, because he needs to get relief from this, not relief from standing still and saying, boy, that was a bit rough. He needs to be getting relief from standing here. He's still swishing his tail, so he's not overly happy on what I'm doing, but that's fine.
He's chewing and trimming his ears.
Is he chewing?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Okay, communication between you and your holder is crucial. Okay, and we'll leave it there. No, we won't. Okay, because he took his foot away, I'm back to here. I have actually finished, but I'm just going to do a couple of things. I choose when he releases it. So if he goes again, right. Just hold him still. Let him go around. And now bring him back to the stand. Just bring him back, just walk him back. Straight back in. Stay there. And then we're back to the stand again. So still in the position of safety. I'll just take his foot up again. And then what we do then is we just take his foot and we just do a couple of swipes. And then because he's been relaxed, I'm now going to release him. And then I'm going to ask Tessa to take him for a walk, please. Just a little walk, just up and down. Okay, so what that does, it gets his feet moving. He goes, oh, I survived that one. And now I'm escaping the world of this crazy person who keeps playing with my hooves. Okay, so stop him there and we'll get on to the next one. Oh, actually no, you won't. Finish up to the next one. So what I need to do now is bring the hoof forward. And we'll just rest it on the stand, give him a pat and tell him everything's okay. And I release the foot, give him a rub. We're going to do that 3 or 4 times so he gets idea that okay, it's actually quite safe for my foot to be there, and he's going to give it back to me. He's not going to eat me yet. Burgers, yum. Horse meat actually is quite nice. I have actually eaten it. I don't know if it's save it or not. And the Italians like. Rightio. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to just trim this off. Now I've got my knee stuck behind his hoof so he can't go anywhere. And this is going to be a very quick flick around. I'm not going to get too caught up on the flares at the moment. I just want to get the hoof trimmed, so we're not too worried about that. That will all eventually grow out. And that's us done on that side. Okay.